Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. We have another Dollarama flashlight dealie. In this case, headlamp. Voltax, of course. Most popular brand they seem to carry there. Go figure. Anyways, so it's got 7 LEDs in it apparently. A couple of modes. Let's check it out, see if it's any good. So this was about, what was it like? About $3 and change for this thing. I think it was like $3.50. Wasn't exactly expensive, but it also doesn't come with batteries. Okay, you got to supply your own batteries. And yeah, all right. This looks like it's going to be interesting. So there's our main unit. Adjustable headband. Wow, how far is that adjusted? Oh, I guess it's in fairly good. So it's got some room here. Alright. So we can adjust it out quite a piece, I guess. That's going to be the fun part. Not exactly that easy to adjust. See how it fits the way it is. Oh, that's actually not too shabby. A little tight. Alright, got to loosen that off a little bit. Let's see. So, if we pull this up first, and do that. There we go. Now we got some adjustment room. So it's got basically like a thumb screw that uses a star tip screwdriver when it's a little on the snug side. Funny, no instructions. They assume that you should know how to take it apart. It has a screw. Undo it. All right. All right, 3 AAAs it is. Just like so. Close that back up. Screw back in. I guess once you undo the screw once, because it does have the like knurls on it, you could just snug it up with your fingers, and then this way you don't need a screwdriver again. Okay, so we've got apparently 3 modes. That's the 2 center ones. That's all 4. And of course we have red. Okay, so 3 main modes. The question then becomes, how bright is this thing? Alright, let's start out with mode 1, which is going to be the 2 center ones. And we'll turn our lights off in here. See what we've got. Okay, mode 1, not entirely all that bright. 2 is a little bit brighter. And of course 3 is red, which, well, you better be real up and close and personal to whatever it is you're trying to read for a map with it, because it would be like a map reading thing with the red. There's what our red looks like. And off. So we've got 2 LEDs, 4 LEDs, 3 reds, and off again. And it's really not that bright. I mean, probably the first 20 feet might not be too shabby. Definitely angle it down. It wouldn't be too bad for working underneath something in a dark area. I don't think it would be bad for that, but distance is one thing this does not have. Alright. So, as per build, well, like anything else, it's a dollar store thing, so it's not a high build quality. It is certainly not going to be waterproof. It'll probably be a little bit water resistant though. Yeah, definitely no kind of gasket, so it would be somewhat water resistant, I would think, but definitely not into the waterproof part at all. So I wouldn't go looking at it for that. Come on, it's under $4, right? However, it does work. Works well. It's not very bright, so keep that in mind. The red lights, I think, would be okay for reading a map at night. So if you're like on the side of the highway and you're reading a map, like who even does that anymore? Well, there are people, believe it or not, that actually do. And for those who do, could probably benefit from this thing for the red light if they're going to do that. Or use one of the settings for the bright LEDs to light it up even better, right? But yeah, it's not bad as far as, you know, the positioning of the light goes for the head. It gets a little stiffer to move as you get closer to the bracket plate. A little bit looser, of course, here because you're going to have the weight of the batteries in there, obviously. Nice big center button, though. That's kind of nice. What do they tell us, though, about this thing on the back of the package? Not much. What's this say? Do not mix new and used batteries together. Duh. Do not mix alkaline and standard batteries. Okay, well, that's the same thing. Well, not really. You know what I mean. It's just standard LED bulbs. So they're not cob bulbs by any means. They're just regular run-of-the-mill LEDs. I got a few thousand of these things kicking around the house. Maybe I'll mod this and turn it into like a blue light or something. That would be kind of cool. I got bulbs for that. Anyway, Dollarama. It does say water resistant, but definitely not waterproof. 100,000 hours of life out of the LEDs. So don't misinterpret that. Some people would. Okay, it's not 100,000 hours of use you're going to get out of 3 AAAs. The bulbs can last for up to 100,000 hours of total use. Probably a little bit more. You never know. 100,000 hours is a long, long time, though. Okay. Anyway, I would say we got to do it for what it is, right, folks? Okay. So for what it is, if you want something that's quality, this is not your thing. Buy something better. Like, where did it go? Energizer. Now, this is a quality unit. Although, it does need a new headband. So, and speaking of which, let's, I had 2 reasons for buying this thing. One of which, of course, was do a review for you guys. The other is I wanted to replace my headband on my light. And if this does the trick for me, why not? It's worth it to me just for that part. And yeah, it looks like Energizer just got its life back. Cool. Oh, you gotta watch how hard you pull on that, I guess. Anyway, as far as the main unit goes, though, I would say for the price, you know, if you don't mind something that might only last you, I don't know, maybe a year or 2, probably wouldn't let the kids at it. They'll just break it really fast. It's pretty cheaply built. But you know what? Drop test. Why not? I know you're not going to see this other than seeing it go down for the count, but if it breaks in little pieces, we'll show you. So, 6-foot drop. It survived. Again, well, it's actually over 6 feet. This is closer to 7. It's 2. Third one the charm. Everything's still functioning. Nothing broke. Nothing came loose. Okay. You know what? Let's put the batteries back in it and see if it still works. That is going to be the interesting part. And then we'll drop it with the batteries in it. How does that sound? And no, we're not lumen testing this thing. All right. 2 bulbs, 4 bulbs, red bulbs. Drop test now. We got some good weight in there. Wow. There goes the batteries. Yep. All right. That's 2 batteries. Okay. So, battery drop test with batteries. The little brass fitting here popped out. Just smack that right back into place. Okay. Oh, I think she's dead. She died in the grease fire. Unless the lid has to be closed all the way, but I doubt it. That's the problem, is putting that fitting back in. It doesn't quite want to go right. There we go. All right. Try this again. Don't buy it. So, yeah, as long as you're not dropping it and having butterfingers where it blows apart when the batteries are in it. Oh, there's something rattling in here. Yeah, something definitely broke. Okay, well, at least we did accomplish something. We got ourselves a headband for our Energizer now. But this thing, nope, yeah, she is done. So I'll salvage the screw and the bushing out of this thing. Easy enough. There we go. I can always use that in a different project. This, on the other hand, is trash. So, under $4. If you don't drop it, should last you for quite a while. Drop it on a hard surface a few times. With the batteries in it, it's definitely dead. So, durability, 0. Functionality, well working, quite good. Give it a 4. I mean, the white lights on it are not bad, okay? The red, definitely, it's going to be an up close and personal using red. And red is kind of mainly used for map reading. So how well that would work depends on the lighting outdoors. You're probably just going to need the white ones anyway to read a map better. Anyway, water resistant part, it probably is water resistant. I would definitely back it up and say yes. It's the way it's made and put together, the way it clips together for the holding the batteries. Yeah, I definitely say it's water resistant. I'll give it that. So, doesn't come with any batteries. So, big surprise there. Usually they supply batteries, but this time they didn't. So, but hey, what do you want for under $4? You know, so I would probably say avoid it. It's not a very good light. Okay, it's not going to be very powerful. It may work for certain situations if you're in a really dark spot. It's not going to have very much range to it. Obviously, these are standard LEDs. They always suck for that sort of thing. But hey, at one time, that's all we had until Cobbs came along. But yeah, I'm going to give this a whole total score, about 2 out of 5 with a high recommendation to just not buy it. Not as long, unless, of course, I mean, you're not going to let kids at this thing, you know, because kids are bad for breaking stuff. We know this, right? I mean, hey, I was a kid once. My kids were kids. Trust me. Don't want to give this to a kid. They're going to break it fast. But even adults could too, I suppose. The headband, though, that's a really good quality headband. I kind of like that. So I'm definitely now I have a new headband for my Energizer. And now I can reassemble this thing back together, and away I go for that sort of thing. Yeah, I would say definitely do not buy it. The Energizer one here that I have is a lot better quality. I'm not sure if I actually have a video on my channel on this one. I'll have to check. If I don't, I'll actually do a review. I've had this thing for years, and it can definitely withstand some good torture. But it's also, again, this one is also not waterproof. It's water resistant, but this thing can definitely take a beating. It's been through, like, basically hell and back type of thing. So it's a pretty good light. But anyway, so that's what we got for you on this one. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to fish that through there. But yeah, the Energizer one here, it's got multiple lights, but, you know, it's got the 2 red, 3 white, 2 white, and we got 1, 2, 5 white. Now this sucker is bright outdoors. It's actually quite nice. It does a really good job. We've actually used this quite a bit going down to the end of the driveway in pitch black to put the garbage out at night. So it's quite the good headlamp. Good for a lot of things too. And even the red LED bulbs are way better than what was in that thing. That thing had like little micro ones. This one's got one of these 4 millimeter, 3 or 4 millimeter. So somewhere around there. Anyway, but you do got to rotate through everything in order to get it shut off again. So that thing is definitely garbage. Don't touch it. End of review. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.